we've got Dr. Carol and Dr. Brian, who are going to share with us a practical application of this understanding and probably encourage some exploration as well in their own way. Carol, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Really good, Carol. Great to hear from you again. Thank you.
Yes. Listen, I wanted to just say hi to everybody. My name is Carol O'Donnell, and I'm the director of the Smithsonian Science Education Center in Washington, D.C., which is in the U.S. On this day, which, as you know, is the UN World Environment Day, my colleague, Dr. Brian Mandel, and I, who are both science teachers, want to provide you with a few activities that you can do to protect animals when their habitats change. So as a reminder, the environment is where we all live, and it's made up of all the living and non-living things around us. Animals are one type of living thing. As you heard from Dr. Mack, animals need an environment, one that provides food, water, and shelter for the animals to survive and grow. We call this the animal's habitat. So different animals require different habitats. But what happens when an animal's habitat changes? Some organisms will thrive. Some must move away, but others will die. The more and more that people are on Earth, the more we need land for farms, homes, roads. Our Earth is very large, but animals live here too. So when people use more and more land, there's less space for animals in the wild. And when humans build roads and homes, it can split those animals' habitats into smaller places, making it very hard for animals to access food, water, and shelter. And if this happens, the animal population will decrease. So we have to find ways to protect animals from these negative effects. Dr. Brian Mandel, my colleague, will walk you through an activity that will help you to better understand ways that you can map your local environment. Brian?
Hey, everybody. Are you guys ready to think about ways that you can protect animals when their habitat changes? So for this, we're going to be doing 3 different things. As Carol mentioned, step 1, we're going to be mapping your environment. Step 2, we're going to be collecting some evidence. And step 3, and this is my favorite step, taking action. So here we go. Step 1 is all about mapping your environment. To do this, you're going to need to think about the area around your home or your house or your apartment. This is your local environment, and this is the area we want you to research. It could be really small area, or it could even be a little bit larger, like your entire neighborhood or community. So once you've established what your research area is going to be, take out a piece of paper or a chalkboard or something and actually begin to identify and sketch out the boundary of your map. Just like this. This is my home, this is our neighbor's home, and this is the street. Again, this is just an outline. At this point, now you're going to talk to your parents or caregivers about going outside and exploring this area. Walk around. And we want you to label everything that you see. Identify things. It could be plants, animals, trees, grass. It could be a dirt path. It could be a sewer line. It could be roads. And label all and identify all of the animals in your picture. It's really important that you identify everything you possibly can. And here's an example from where I live. This is our house, neighbor's house. You can see some trees. This is the street. There's some birds in the tree over here. There's some standing water over here where we noticed a lot of mosquitoes. There was a fox in our backyard, and there's fences here as well. Again, label all of the living and non-living things in your environment. This is really important. And once you're done, look at your map and ask yourself, are there animals in your environment? Do they have access to food, water, and shelter? Remember, as Carol said, a habitat is a place where animals need to live and to grow. So step 2 is all about collecting evidence. So now for the final step, and this is my favorite step, take action. Look at the map of your environment once again. Remember where you saw the animals in it. And begin to think through, do you think that your home, your apartment, your building, or other human structures around you have impacted the animal's habitat? And what can you or your family do to protect those animals as their habitat changes? Write down one action that you can take that can improve the environment for those animals in your community. For example, you might want to make a bird feeder like this one with peanut butter and birdseed. Maybe you can work with local officials to help protect those animals or to help them move from one place to the next safely. Or maybe you can just plant a tree. UN World Environment Day is a day to promote caring for our Earth and is celebrated around the world. As Dr. Mack just mentioned, the world is made up of humans, other animals, and the environment, and we must all live together and care for the world we live in. So remember those 3 steps: map your environment, collect some evidence, take action. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Lord Hastings.
Thank you, Smithsonian. Thank you so much for being experts, but very, very, very easy to understand.